You want to do our best impressions of the intro song as it goes?
No.
Come on, let's be
I don't even remember it. What's poppin', internet? Welcome to another episode of the Synced Up Podcast, a show where we talk about news, games, and we sandwich a little fun in between. I'm one of your hosts, Timothy DeRoe, and joining me this week again is the number one Nintendo fan with the Santa hat, pink jacket, Michael Clare. How you doing on this fine Sunday?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thank you.
We had our, I don't know, what's the equivalent to Friendsgiving for Christmas? Like Friendsmas?
Just Christmas, right?
Just Christmas with your homies.
I don't know. I've never heard of.
We had our Christmas with our homies today. It was nice. I got this cool hat. If you're watching the video version,
aesthetic upgrade for the video version as well.
Yeah, it says a little stinker on my hat. I'm also wearing it because my hair's fucked up.
Shout out, Drew Gooden.
Shout out Drew Gooden. Also, we got this cool new. We replaced the synced up thing with this PlayStation thing, and it looks so tight. Shout out to Adrian Sal.
You can actually see the lights on it.
I know Adrian Sal really came in clutch for
Friend
that
of the
one.
show.
I'm also wearing my Looney Tunes shirt. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Today, we're actually going to talk about Cyberpunk. A lot of it. A ton of Cyberpunk.
And good things.
Not good things. Well, not good things.
No.
Also, we're going to talk about the Nintendo Indie World event that happened, and EA buys Codemasters. If you don't know who they are, we will learn you up. But before we get into that, a little bit of housekeeping. We are on YouTube, so if you listen to the audio version of the podcast and you want to put some faces to some voices, hop on over to youtube.com/synceduppodcast. Make sure you put the two P's in there, UPPO. All right? Got to include that. You can find us over there. And even if you are in your audio feed and you just want to keep listening to audio, go over there, drop a like, drop a sub, get our numbers up. Spencer does that a lot.
Spencer the homie.
Yeah, people who've been listening for the past few weeks know Spencer's a new listener, and he's been hopping in, sending tons of emails, and we very much appreciate him. And he hops on over there, likes and comments on every video, even though he prefers the audio version. He's also reviewed us on Pocket Cast, I think is what it was. What a man. Such a legend. But also, if you're on YouTube and you think these guys look dumb and their stupid little stinker hat and their PlayStation thing actually sucks and the TV always plays the same 5 games, well, then you can go over to your favorite podcasting feed.
Or you can send me some NES games.
Yeah, or you can send us some NES games. And you can find us over there by searching Synced Up Podcasting looking for the blue and white logo. New episodes go up in both of those feeds Mondays, 7 a.m. Central Time Zone. Gang. Also, you can write into the show just like a bunch of people did. Spencer, Trey, Lyle, Taylor. There's a bunch.
Adam.
I can't list them all because I forgot. By writing into synceduppod@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or concerns you would like read on the show. You can also follow us on Twitter at synceduppod to keep up to date with all of our content, impressions videos that we do, anything that we do.
Some sneak peeks, some shout outs,
some giveaways that we're going to be giving away. Originally we're going to give away a copy of Cyberpunk 2077 on this here podcast, and then a bunch of shit happened. It got removed from some digital stores. A lot of things. We're going to get into that into a second, but before we get into that, I would like to preface this with the people who wrote in, who are listening to this episode of the show, who were entered to win a copy of Cyberpunk 2077. I will change the giveaway to buy you
PS5.
Nope, absolutely not. To buy you just one game. It can be any game that you want, because I understand the Cyberpunk doesn't run well on old gen. It's been removed from the Sony store. There's a lot of stuff there. So I will email you with your details to send you a digital code of whatever game of your choice.
Could still be Cyberpunk.
And we will spin a wheel to pick a random winner later on in the show. But let's get right into this right now. Cyberpunk news don't stop. So this is a roundup by me. Okay, so I got a bunch of bullet points here.
So many.
Back in April, we remember Cyberpunk was initially delayed due to last-gen concerns. That was a big thing that happened back then. And obviously, with the release, apparently they didn't delay it long enough because it runs like dog on current-gen consoles. And leading up to the release of Cyberpunk, the CD Projekt Red only dished out PC codes and hides the console footage. Any of the footage that was shown by any of the reviewers in the field was all footage provided by CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to use in-game footage that they captured themselves. It was all B-roll that CD had given them.
Yep, and also they were only given PC codes. And also one per outlet. Keep that in mind. This is unheard of. There's a big discourse around right now. I can't remember the site that issued a thing, disclosure. I don't know what it was, but whatever.
What are you talking about?
They wrote a piece, and there's a lot of discourse around it right now about how video game reviewers are sellouts because of this whole issue. And there's a lot of stuff that we can get into there, but we'll get into that later. So that happens. They hide the console footage onto the lead up. This is important to note. Game comes out. People on next gen consoles it's buggy, but we're having a fun time. People on PCs playing a completely different game than everyone else, but they're loving it. And people on old gen consoles are rocking 480p, 720p, 15 frames a second.
GTA Vice City.
Real bad. So as a result of that happening, Cyberpunk issues a statement. CD Projekt Red issues a statement that they are going to offer full refunds on digital editions of the game.
Yep.
So that happened. That happened this week. That was kind of explosive. Everyone was like, wow, I can't believe they're doing this.
You had until December 21st. You could email them at a certain email to help get your stuff processed.
Which in and of itself is a little shady because
weird.
You put it at December 21st.
Right before Christmas.
And I think it's a strategic move that for people who bought this as a gift for the kids for Christmas, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
They don't have the option to return it. So those people, because we the people here, that like the people listening, you guys that are listening, you guys that are watching, the people that write in, us sitting here, even Jordan over in the corner, we know that we are really honestly the minority in the gaming group. The people who are hardcore in, the people that are listening to all the news, the people that know that's all the stuff that's happening, we're the minority. We're cool, we love each other, right? We're vibing, and we really push things forward in the industry. But we're
way more moms than there are super nerds.
There's grandmas and people that just play 2K and people that only play Call of Duty every year. And so these people who bought this game are not going to be tuned into this news knowing that what they bought for their son for Christmas or their daughter for Christmas or a non-binary person for Christmas is that it's not going to work for them.
Or an unfinished game.
It's just an unfinished game. And that's just not cool. So the December 21st date is a little shady in and of itself, but they say we're going to offer full digital refunds, that they understand that the game is buggy on old gen consoles. They claim they didn't know.
Somewhere in there they stated in January and February there would be big patches to fix the game.
Yep, in January,
why didn't we wait till February to begin with?
So January and February would be two separate patches to fix old generation consoles. And so they said that, and then they said another update was coming in December for some hotfix issues.
Yeah, which they've been pushing out every other day.
And they pretty much claim we didn't realize it ran so poorly on old gen consoles.
How do you not? But that's your whole job.
Take it back to the beginning of my monologue when they initially delayed due to last gen concerns, right? And so it's kind of like, it's fucked up. It's
like you knew, but
you knew. And so there's two ways about this in my mind, right? Firstly, it's fucked up. Okay, it's really bad. Their stock price is down 55%, I think. Maybe even 60% now. People are selling out their stock like crazy. The discourse online is extremely negative.
It's very one-sided,
but
in either direction.
At the end of the day, as someone who played this game and just finished it today, I rolled credits today. I've done all of the major side missions. I haven't done the minor gigs and stuff, but I did all the major side missions.
I've done all the stuff that Tim hasn't done.
Yeah, Mike's done all the gigs, but not none of the major side missions yet. But I've completed the game. This is a work of love, and it's great. It really is. It just sucks that it's just a gem in a sea of bullshit.
And I think I agree with you if there wasn't a whole bunch of promises on what this game was meant to be.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's a 30-hour, really good masterpiece of story if you're into the genre at least. But that's not what they were selling. No. They were selling over 100 hours of
and I think this
incredible RPG gameplay.
Yeah. And I think this game gets a lot closer to that mark without all this bullshit that is around it. All the bugs, all the glitches, all the delays, But
even then, I feel like I'm going to finish this game nearly 100%ing it.
Yeah.
In maybe 70 hours total.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that goes. But where I was going with that is
go ahead.
We can't just dogpile the developers, even though that's what it feels like I'm doing.
Because the devs aren't the problem here.
The devs are not the problem here. That's the thing that we as a community need to understand. There's people out there, a programmer, an art director, someone who just worked on door assets, some guy who all he did was do the VO. Yeah. These people are putting blood, sweat, and tears into these video games. A conglomerate of a lot of people coming together to make something of beauty is what AAA gaming is. And there's just suits at the top of that ladder that make these choices like this. Because I think you go back to April, or even in the lead up here, instead of releasing the game here in December, you delay it till spring.
Yeah,
you don't have these problems.
Until February, it seems like, is what they really should have done.
You release it. Your stock price doesn't go down. Maybe the discourse is still a little, on your front of not thinking it's a game that was promised. Maybe you have that, but you don't have all of this crazy shit happening right now, and it's really bad. But buckle up because the story continues. Sony issues a statement after that. After the digital refund statement by CD Projekt Red and the talking about the content updates coming in January and February, Sony issues a statement saying they didn't agree to any refunds, that there was no communication between CD Projekt Red and SIE, which is Sony Interactive Entertainment, which is absolutely insane. That was a little buck wild. Everyone on PlayStation was a little pissed. Comes a couple of days later, I imagine Sony got a lot of heat. So Sony comes out saying that they are going to offer full refunds for the digital version, but they are also going to remove Cyberpunk 2077 from PlayStation Network digital stores. That's PS5 and PlayStation 4.
Yep. So you cannot buy the game on PlayStation as of the time of us recording this.
Unprecedented move, in my opinion. We have never seen this before.
Fallouts like this with, No Man's Sky is famous, Fallout 76, Anthem, where these games just flop at release, and because they're buggy, unfinished, like whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no outrage to this level or reaction from a company like Sony.
Mm-hmm. This is frankly just insane. It honestly blows my mind.
It seems like Sony just doesn't want to deal with it until CD Projekt Red gets their stuff together.
Because in that statement that they issued, they talked about how the reason the game got through certification was because it was like a trust thing. It's CD Projekt Red. They made Witcher 1, Witcher 2, Witcher 3, widely considered one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah.
Loved by me, loved by all my friends, loved by the general public. Do you have to worry about them making a game that wouldn't make it through cert?
Yeah, you would assume that it's all good to go.
Exactly.
And, so my thing is, there's got to be games on the PSN market that are dog, unfinished, and buggy. Do you think, since those games probably get to slide, that CD Projekt Red should get to slide on there?
I don't know, because do those games get to slide though? Because I can't think of any examples off my head.
Maybe not AAA, but there's got to be
indie games,
garbage games, right?
Yeah, but then maybe are bad, but they at least meet the marks for certification.
Fill out their promises.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But the story continues. After that happens, Microsoft comes out and offers full refunds for digital editions of the game. They don't remove it from the store, but they do offer full refunds for digital versions of the game. Another unprecedented move. Had they also removed it from the store, this would have been even more crazy.
Yeah. While we're talking about refunds, did you see a lot of the things on Twitter of people who got refunds and then were pissed that their copy of the game was removed from their console?
Yeah, what did you expect?
I don't get the internet.
You're sending your game back. It was so dumb. Now, we're going to switch gears here because anyone who is familiar with PC gaming knows what GOG is. Good old games. It's the Steam competitor. Hold up. What's happening there? Turn one of those off. Turn the top one off. Thank you. I hope they weren't hearing double. They probably were. Oof. So anyone who knows about the
GOG.
Steam, GOG, Good Old Games is on PC. It's the number one competitor to Steam, and they obviously release games just like Steam does, except they do them DRM free, which means you don't have to be connected to the internet to be able to play your games in Steam. You don't have to check anything. So they announced earlier in the morning, I can't remember even the day because there's so much stuff. Oh, it's important to preface, Good Old Games owned by CD Projekt Red.
Yep.
So that's important to know. CD Projekt Red, obviously the developers of Cyberpunk. They announced someday this week that they're going to be releasing the psychological horror game developed in Taiwan by Red Candle Games, Devotion, on Good Old Games. That's a big deal. Devotion, famously removed a couple years ago by Steam off of their store due to some controversy. The Taiwanese people, anyone who is familiar with geopolitical things knows that there is tension between Taiwan and China. I don't need to get into that. This is a video game podcast. So while developing this game, Red Candle Games, they included a jab at the Chinese president in Devotion.
Yeah. This
caused a lot of uproar by Chinese fans, of course, review bombing the game, causing Steam to remove it from their platform because Steam doesn't want things to get banned in China. I have a lot of feelings about that, but that's to be talked about on a different type of podcast. And so GOG announces they're going to re-release it because it got removed from Steam and it never came back. In Devotion, people love it. It's generally loved. They announced they're going to release it. Then later on that day, they announced they're going to pull it down. That they had messages from a lot of gamers, quote unquote. A lot of people theorize Chinese bots, things of that sort. This is also just frankly another bullshit move by CD Projekt Red. Devotion, they fixed the issues that originally would have got it banned in China had it got to continue. Even though personally, I don't think we should be bowing down to Chinese government, but that's a completely different topic. Once again, I'm gonna repeat myself. But so they announced they're going to release it. Then a few hours later, announced they're going to be tearing it down, and that causes a lot of uproar. So much so that Megan Fox, the developer of Skatebird, an indie game that was famously shown at the Kind of Funny Games showcase, I've actually played this game. They issue a statement saying that they are going to remove their game from Good Old Games in order to show support to Red Candle. So that happened, and that, That's just more bullshit in the CD Projekt, news cycle of just bad stuff constantly all the time.
Since then, has Good Old Games said they were going to put Devotion back up? I thought I heard something about that, but maybe I'm tripping.
Nope. And then also after all that happens, obviously everyone's in an uproar. CD Projekt Red can't catch a break. We continue on with this 15 minutes of chaos here. They issue another statement finally. If we aren't familiar with the goddamn yellow background.
Yeah, it's going to be a meme at this point.
Yeah, the yellow background tweets. We're definitely familiar with it now. They issue a statement how to get full refunds on retail copies of the game, and that they are working with retailers to give full refunds for those. And they even say that they will pay out of pocket if need be.
Absolutely.
And that is the end of the CD Projekt Red news fiasco.
At least as of right now.
As of right now. Because
we could check our phone in an hour and there'll be new.
Honestly,
there
could have been news while we were watching that movie earlier.
Yeah.
But
it's
who knows,
insane,
man. It really is tragic because Cyberpunk 2077, I truly believe, is a good game. One of the better games of the year.
It's a tragedy for the developers. That's really what it comes down
100%.
Is I don't know, man. I feel so bad for them.
So do I.
Because they're gonna get so much heat. If you pop up on Twitter and you have Cyberpunk 2077 dev in your bio, I'm sure people are talking so much shit on you right now. So I feel so bad for that team.
Yeah.
I wish them the best. I hope this doesn't hurt them too much. I know they're probably crunching to put out patches and fixes. I guess the best way to help these guys right now is if you already have a copy of the game, hold on to it.
I don't know. Play the game.
Yeah.
Send them some love. If you know any devs out there, send them some love. Send them some positive vibes their way.
At the end of the day, I don't give two craps about CD Projekt Red. They're a company. They're a business. I care about the workers. I care about
there's people
the
out
devs
there.
on this team.
And on the lead up to all of this stuff, in between the delays and stuff, we're a studio that doesn't believe in crunch, yada yada yada. And then there was that whole controversy with the amount of crunch they were giving their employees, and that shit has just doubled down now at this point with how fast they have to fix this. Their stock pricing dropping down. People are getting fired. People are probably working crazy amounts of overtime, not seeing their families. Like obviously, I could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I doubt it.
And we push it on this podcast. Don't be a shithead. Be kind to people. There's a lot of people who put work into this. So if you see somebody on Twitter casually, who they don't even have to work for CD Projekt Red, be nice to game devs and stuff like that. Be nice to people in general.
Be nice to the little man.
Because I see too much hate on my Twitter timeline.
So do I.
No good reason.
So do I. And we're going to move on. That's all the Cyberpunk news. Again, I'm going to reiterate. I think it's a great game. But it's also
a really good game.
Yeah. It's also clouded in a bunch of controversy. Yeah. And that is tragic, but we got to move on from this.
Moving on.
In a more positive light, a much more positive light, the Game Awards 2020 show hits a record viewership with 83 million live streams. This
Thanks
is by Alex.
Synced up co-streaming.
Yes, sir. 24 of them were us. Alex Stedman at Variety. The Game Awards gamered a whopping... Is that a word?
Garnered.
See that R in the end? It's because we're low on ink. It kind of had me messed up.
No, that has nothing to do with the ink, bro. That's just an R and an N. It does look like an M, though.
It looks like
gamered. I prefer gamered.
Yeah. Okay, the Game Awards gamered a whopping 83 million live streams for its 2020 ceremony, making record viewership for the annual show and a whopping 84% increase from last year's 45.2 million live streams. A lot of people would argue because of coronavirus, but...
I don't even know.
He posted his thing for the last 6 years, and it's been an increase like that every single year.
Yeah. Good to see.
The show, which saw The Last of Us 2 take home Game of the Year, peaked at 8.3 million concurrent viewers globally. The Game Awards partnered with 40 streaming networks around the world to air the ceremony live. Twitch reached a peak concurrent audience of 2.63 million viewers globally. Jeez. And according to Stream Hatchet, viewership of the official live stream on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook gaming climbed 129% year over year. On Twitter, the Game Awards saw a 31% increase in conversation volume year over year, with unique authors up 65%.
Interesting.
This is actually a good statistic. As someone who thought this year's Game Awards was banging, that's a good. This is good. More people seeing it, more people playing. I think this just goes to reiterate the fact that gaming is growing faster than ever.
It's not a niche anymore. It is a common media at this point.
Back freshman year of high school, getting made fun of for wanting to play video games instead of playing basketball, I don't think is a thing anymore.
Yeah, I would have had 0 people to talk about the Game Awards with in high school.
Nope.
Maybe 1.
If I would have brought up the Game Awards, I would have got shat on.
Yeah.
100%. And I think now, if you don't play Fortnite and you want to play basketball instead, I think that's the person that gets made fun of now.
What a nerd, bro.
Wow, bro. You're going to play basketball, you nerd.
Exciting. We love the Game Awards here.
We do.
You know,
it wasn't.
I guess that's a controversial opinion sometimes, but we appreciate the work they do to try to entertain.
Yep. And, Jeff Keighley really pulls no stops.
He doesn't.
He pulls no stops. We're going to stay on the game show train here. Nintendo showed a bunch of stuff during the Indie World Showcase. Do you want to run us through this here,
Of course
Michael
I do.
Clare?
This is from Ethan Gatch at Kotaku. So they started off. I don't know if this is actually in the order they showed.
I don't think it is.
It's not. So first off, Calico, a relaxing game about running a cat cafe, it came out.
It dropped. Looks cool.
Yeah, we've seen it before at some other indie
kind of funny games showcase. It was also showed at.
You get to pick up cats, and they stretch out.
I think it was shown at the previous Indie World. I don't remember.
Maybe PC game. I don't know. It was a lot of stuff. Grindstone, the fantastic puzzle battler that came out last year for Apple Arcade, is out now.
Very good game. If you have any interest in it, I would advise picking it up.
It is very mobile game, but it looks fun.
Interesting.
When the Past was around, a point-and-click puzzle game about love and loss came out. Super Meat Boy Forever,
of course.
The Super Meat Boy sequel will be a console exclusive at launch on Switch, December 23rd, 2020, which is 3 days from now.
Right around the corner.
You gonna play that at all?
No.
Okay.
2 days from now for the people listening.
Cyber Shadow, a side-scrolling ninja game about fighting robots, January 26th, 2021. I thought it was just the Messenger when I saw it.
So did I. I was like, oh, Messenger 2?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Toonchi, a 2D beat-em-up that takes place in the Amazon rainforest.
You can't do it
March 2021. I can't, bro.
Listening to too much Lil Wayne, huh?
Not anymore.
Yeah, me neither. But it is.
This one looks good.
Yes, I agree.
I want to try this one a lot.
So does Isaiah.
Cosmocrats, a comedy game about piloting drones in zero gravity, March 2021. I don't even remember that on there.
Neither do I. It's been a long week.
It has. Finding Paradise, the second episode in the To the Moon narrative game series, March 2021.
I actually can't wait for this because I played To the Moon on PC, and I think that game is phenomenal. And I never actually got around to the sequel, but with it being on Switch, might be one I pick up to playing Lines or something when Lines come back.
Hazel Sky, a game where you play as a mechanic fixing airships in a floating city, March 2021. Is this pronounced Hoa?
Yep.
Okay. Hoa, a puzzle platformer where you explore nature and meet adorable creatures, comes out March 2021. Trash Sailors, we've seen this at a couple things now.
Yes, we
have.
A
4-player co-op game about surviving a trash tsunami on a raft, spring 2021. Looks like Overcooked, kind of, where you're just working together to constantly put out fires type of thing.
Yep.
Alba, a wildlife adventure, an open world game about snapping pictures of wildlife and cleaning up nature, spring 2021.
Gotta love that Pokemon Snap.
Yep. Hopefully coming out soon as well. Fist of Fluffs.
Oh yeah.
A physics game about cats wrecking living rooms, spring 2021.
This thing looks insane.
There's a company behind. What company's behind this? It's actually like a company I know. Can you look that up, Jordan? Who's making Fist of Fluffs? It's actually like a company we know. While he looks that up, Happy Game, a survival horror puzzle game.
It did not look happy at all.
No. Continuing, Nausea, a sci-fi visual novel about trying to uncover which one of your crewmates is secretly an alien.
It's actually pronounced Genosha.
Genosha, my bad.
It genuinely
Early
is.
2021.
Not a joke.
My bad. You figure it out, Jordan? What do they make?
Rogue Games.
He's looking.
We're filling the space.
Very, very Valet, a gig simulator about parking cars, early 2021.
Yep. And then Among Us dropped on Switch.
As well. So, all in all, pretty good little indie showcase.
Pretty good.
Pretty standard for what we're known for
what
at
we're
this point.
Expecting from Nintendo nowadays, you know?
Yeah. Any update?
Nintendo is... Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
I'll have to see, because something popped out.
Nintendo so desperately refuses to do an actual Nintendo Direct that they do it. Look, I appreciate these indie games, but then they announce a Nintendo Direct for a damn amusement park, bro. And look,
I watched it.
I'm stoked to maybe possibly visit Super Mario World one day, but man, does it hurt that we can't just get an actual Nintendo Direct.
I know, dude. At this point, give me anything.
We haven't got one all year. September last year, right? Was the last time? It's been over a year, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's been...
Come on, man. Nintendo, give us what we want, man. Even though you suck.
Games. Please.
Are you sure, man? Are you sure they made something that you know?
They had to. Other games we make.
Are you tripping? Maybe you mixed two things. Maybe you mixed two things together.
New Light.
Like maybe you mixed a different studio.
Maybe I'm tripping. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Mike's tripping.
I'm going to keep looking real quick.
He's geeking. We'll figure it out later. But all in all, pretty good show. Jolly good show. But we're going to move on here. EA buys Codemasters for $1.2 billion to take lead in the racing game market. Need for Speed, F1, Grid, Project Cars, and Dirt all under the same roof. This is by Sam Byford at The Verge. Electronic Arts has agreed to buy out UK developer Codemasters in a move that could see the US publishing giant wrestle control of the racing video game genre. The deal is expected to close in the first quarter of next year for out of $6. I don't know what that is. $6. Is that pounds?
Yeah, it's pounds.
£6.
Almost $8 a share.
£6 and is it cents? Do they use cents?
Bro, I don't know. Just put it's got the American number right there, dude.
£6 for, or $7.98 a share, valuing Codemasters at around $1.2 billion. Sky News first reported EA's interest in Codemasters over the weekend, saying that the British company had previously agreed to a $970 million deal with Rockstar Games and 2K Sports owner Take-Two Interactive. EA confirmed the agreement early Monday morning. Codemasters is one of the oldest British game developers, having been founded in the 80s and producing early hits like Dizzy for systems that were popular in the UK like the ZX Spectrum and the Commodore 64. In recent decades, it's been best known for creating racing games like Dirt, Grid, and Formula One series, and last year acquired the developer behind Project Cars. So this is exciting news. EA getting into the racing sports game.
Pass.
Yeah,
still the greatest deal, and
because that EA stuff will drop on EA Play, which means it'll drop on Game Pass, and that means we're gonna get more games on Game Pass.
Will I play Dirt?
Nah,
maybe not.
I'm not the racing guy. I play Forza Horizon,
but I do know
and Mario Kart occasionally.
They're good games.
Yeah, people like them a lot.
Oh boy,
Michael Claire.
Yes, sir.
This next section of the podcast, called This Week in Gaming,
is
the section of the podcast where
What's
we
it
go
about?
over the historical releases, and you guessed it, This Week in Gaming. This Week in Gaming.
Garbage, dude.
Bad. Okay, so I guess this makes sense because it's right around Christmas, but December 20th, nothing. December 21st, nothing. December 22nd, World of Keflings, Xbox Arcade, Summer of Arcade, well, I say summer, but this was in winter. In 2010, you don't remember World of Keflings? Where you played as your avatar and you built like a Clash of Clans style city with all the little elf people?
Hold on.
Do you remember it? Do you remember it, Jordan?
World of Keflings.
World of Keflings. Yep. Yeah, classic. Banging week.
I can't believe that's on this list.
Yes. December 23rd in 2013, you have Halo Spartan Assault, the overhead Halo game that everyone loves. And I included this in here. I don't know what this game is, but it sounded cool. In 2019, some game called Cthulhu Saves Christmas came out.
You haven't played Cthulhu Saves Christmas?
Have not. At all.
Good,
December 24th, the most notable game of the bunch, Gary's Mod, drops in 2004.
What a banger.
And then for the next 2 days, 25th and 26th, nothing comes out. Not in America, at least.
What is this to say? Make a game and release it on the week of Christmas. And you'll be featured in our show next year.
Prominently for years to come.
Yep.
So that's it for This Week in Gaming. Kind of short week, which is kind of good because we got a lot of emails to get through in the back half of the show.
But before then,
we are going to play a game. If y'all remember the Initials game that we straight stole from the Min-Max show from the person, I still don't remember their name.
You should go look it up.
I should go look it up. We're going to play that again, except this time Mike got some initials.
I got the questions.
For me.
All right. So for those unaware, the initial game is played. I choose initials for last time. Tim chose MM and chose characters such as Mario. And he used, I think he used 8 clues per character, almost, to help describe the character. Each clue getting more and more helpful as you go along. I have, let's see here. I have to load 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not all of these have 8 clues because I chose a hard initial.
It's difficult.
CS is the initials I have chosen.
Okay, CS.
Are you into your mind palace? Are you ready to begin?
These are all at least nerd related, right? Like these aren't just.
There's a variety here.
Okay, but they have no they all have a connection to video games or no?
No.
Oh Jesus. Okay, at least I gave mine a connection to video games.
2 of these do.
Okay.
I think you should be able to get them all though.
Okay, let's go for the first one. Start us off.
Number 1. We're starting
clue
easy
1
here. Clue 1. Video game.
Okay.
Would you like to take a guess?
I'm thinking of video games that start with C. Got nothing. Go on. Clue 2.
Number 2. 15 and counting.
Jesus. No, I got nothing. Hit me with number 3.
1997.
7. A game that came out in 97. CS.
Yep.
Cars Suck. Cooper.
Cars Suck. My favorite game from 1997.
California Superman. Costs so damn high.
Costs so damn high.
Now I need another clue.
Number 4. Soldier.
Jesus. Jordan, you got anything, bro? Because I'm lost, dog.
Oh, you'll get it by the end.
I need another one.
Number 5. Prefers the blade. Do
fucking what?
Come on, bro.
Do what, mate? You what? Nah, you gotta hit me with another one.
Number 6. 2020.
Came out this year?
2 years, 1997 and 2020.
Damn, I got nothing. Give me another one.
Number 7. Cross slash.
Is it fucking... Wait, what? That's the name? Cross slash?
No. That's a clue.
That's... Oh, Cloud Strife. God damn.
There you go.
How did it take me so long to get Cloud Strife?
I don't know, man. I tried to make it not so easy, but
dunce.
With video game, you started thinking about video game titles instead of characters.
Because I don't know why I was trying to do that.
Yeah, I don't know why you assumed that. But 15 and counting, of course, Final Fantasy 15, and of course 16 has been announced and is coming soon. 1997, of course, the year the original Final Fantasy 7 was released. Soldier, of course, Cloud.
I really pumped those
story
out, man.
Starts as a soldier, prefers the blade, the Buster Sword. The last clue, of course, was Buster Sword.
Yeah. Cool. Damn.
You ready for number 2?
Give me another
Can't believe
one.
it took you so long. All right. This first clue, Platoon.
Platoon?
Yes.
Okay. I need another one.
5 halves.
5 halves? No.
Nothing. Actor.
Oh. Okay. I need another one.
Okay. I only
Charlie
have...
Sheen.
There you go. Did you get all the clues? Okay. Well, obviously actor. Platoon. I think was one of the first movies Charlie Sheen starred in.
He was in that.
5 halves. 2.5 men.
You know who? You know. To take it back to Cloud Strife.
Mm-hmm.
That guy from Final Fantasy 7.
Which guy?
He's one of the side characters. He's part of the group.
Yeah.
Not the chubby guy, but the skinny guy with the red headband.
Yeah.
He's inspired by Charlie Sheen
really?
from Platoon. He has the same outfit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow. What a connection. Clue number 4 would have been cocaine.
Oh, that would have got me there.
Yeah.
That would have got me
Clue
there.
5 was men. And then number 6 was winning. Those are all the clues I could come up with for Charlie Sheen.
Those are all the best clues.
Number 3. Maybe my favorite on the list.
Okay.
Cartoon.
Okay. It's not the Cat in the Hat.
Nope.
Cartoon. I'm trying to think of all the classic cartoons, you know?
Yep.
Candy.
Yep. That's a good one.
All right. Hit me with another one.
Singer.
Cartoon and singer? Anna, Elsa.
I love this game.
Anna and Elsa. All right. I need another one.
I'm choking.
Drink too much water.
I did.
Wrong pipe, huh?
Whoa,
dude.
We're good. Red beanie.
Red beanie? Cartoon singer with a red beanie?
I hope someone gets it early. I think you might need some more clues.
Yeah, I need another clue.
I'm dying. Number 4. Dental. You get it? Did you get it, Jordan? Okay. Sorry, I'm choking. So is Tim.
It's not Willy Wonka.
Nope. Not Willy Wonka.
Wonker.
I'm going to be pissed.
Okay.
Number 5. Shiny.
Shiny?
I'm having a hard time resisting.
Jeez,
you know what I want to do too?
I got
cartoon, singer, red beanie, dental, shiny.
Nothing.
Stop.
I need another
Jordan,
one.
you're making too much noise. Fairly Odd. Come on.
Yeah, I guess I didn't watch the show enough. What? No, that's Vicky. I can't think of that dude's name. What's the initials again?
Yes.
Not the Chin guy.
Nope.
Crimson Chin. That's CC.
Yep.
God, what's that dude's name?
Would you like the last clue?
No, because I just need it. I just need the.
I don't think you need the last clue. But maybe it might help.
No, it's I know exactly who it is. I can envision this dude. What's his name?
I will also accept a full rendition of the song he sings.
Okay, my shiny teeth they sparkle.
There you go.
No, I can get his name.
Well, teeth was your last clue, so you said
it. Shiny teeth, damn me, shiny teeth.
We're gonna get DMCA strike.
Oh shit! No, stop.
Would you
Chip
like,
Skylark, thank you.
There you go, Chip Skylark.
It just took me a while to get my brain.
I'm glad you got to it.
Ooh, that was. Ooh. Yeah, I should have got that on dental.
This one,
or Fairly Odd.
I would never get this, but I saw it, and I was like, maybe Tim will get this.
Okay, maybe.
I only got 5 clues for this one.
Oh Lord! Hit me with it.
Number 1, bearded fella.
Bearded fella.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not Kratos. It's not.
Kratos is a K.
Arthur Morgan. Those are the most immediate bearded fellas that come to mind.
Okay.
But I got no idea.
You'd like another one?
Yeah.
Broken Halos.
Oh, that's Chris Stapleton.
There you go.
I love that guy.
Tennessee Whiskey was going to be the last clue.
Parachutes
Parachutes was also a clue, and country
one.
music was a clue as well.
I would have got that one. The best.
Those are the 3 most played songs.
Starting Over is a good Chris Stapleton song.
Maybe I should have picked another less popular song by him.
And Broken Halos. Fire Away is my favorite Chris Stapleton song. Now don't let it get you twisted, okay? I live in Oklahoma and I listen to Chris Stapleton. I'm not super into country music like a lot, but I just listen to all the genres. And Chris Stapleton, quite good.
All right, are you ready for this last one?
Yes.
Clue number 1, mystery.
Capital Ship.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, hit me with it.
Number 2, 1985.
1985 and mystery.
We're going back.
We're going back. Time to go back. All right, hit me with another.
Edutainment. That's a word I learned today.
I knew that name or that word before, but
where do you know it from?
It's not helping me at all.
Edutainment.
All right, hit me with another.
Female.
Not Celine Dion. I need
that eliminates half of them right there.
I need another clue.
Search and find.
Okay. Email, search and find, mystery, 85?
Mm-hmm.
No, I need another clue, dude.
All right. Woman in red. Do you have it, Jordan?
It's not Clifford the Big Bad. It's not Big Bad Dog. Big Red Dog.
Big Red. No, not Clifford.
Scarlet Letter.
Mm-mm.
I need another one.
This is actually the last clue I have, and if you don't get it off this, you're fired from the show. Where in the world?
Oh, Carmen Sandiego.
There you go.
Carmen Sandiego.
That's all I got.
Where
for
in
you.
the world
That's
is Carmen Sandiego?
Chip Skylark, barely. Chris Stapleton was your best performance, honestly.
So did you just pick 2 letters and then go searching?
I had Cloud Strife.
Okay.
So I took CS and was like, there's got to be some more. And literally the only other game character was Carmen Sandiego, and I was scrounging around for other CSs.
Yeah, Chip Skylark.
There's some other ones. There was like
Chris Stapleton.
There was like Carlos Santana.
I wouldn't have got that.
I don't think you would have.
No. I know him, but I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah. So I was like, these are ones you should be able to get. So.
Yeah.
That was fun. Hope you played along.
Yep.
Hopefully you're better than Tim.
Should have got.
I hope everybody.
Bro,
got
you didn't know
Cloud
Mads Mikkelsen. I got them all. You didn't get.
Not
Mads
everybody
Mikkelsen.
knew Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, they did.
Even Chance was like, eh.
Yeah, but he still won the Game Award for the best performance. Like, you should have known.
Oh, you shouldn't know.
Like, we're in this, and okay, whatever. All right. This next section, obviously, reader mail. You can get your questions read as well, like these people did by writing into the show, synceduppod@gmail.com.
You should
write
do
whatever
it.
you
It's
want.
fun.
We got a bunch of emails here, and Spencer, we got 3 by Spencer off the rip. Now, don't get it twisted. Spencer, you still only get 1 entry, okay? You only get 1 entry into the spin.
Yep.
But you've written us so many good questions that we had to include a bunch here.
It's so many good ones, dude.
I know. So good. So he said Ayo and Teo. I don't know what that means. Maybe he's talking about the cat.
He's shouting out Teo.
Yeah, possibly. You said to write into the show with a great question.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, do my backlogs count for this giveaway? Just kidding. My real question pertains to video game management. How do you manage your time invested into each video game? Which one do you decide to play first, and why, if you have such a list like I do? I get it could just be a personal preference, but do any other factors come into play? I usually sort my list by alphabetical order and go from there, only because I'm not a very picky person and I feel I would enjoy them all. Do reviews play a big factor in your decision? Maybe playing a demo first? For me, reviews only help to feed my hype, unless the review does nothing but shit on the game and give me a little taste of the game. This podcast is Boo Boo, Spencer, Travago.
I love
Spencer,
the memes.
Travago. How do I manage which games to play? I don't, man. I just play.
There is a priority. Sometimes because obviously we need to play some games before other games because of the podcast stuff. What I'm doing with 5.9, I kind of have to. In the future, I'll be playing games that more recently come out than my backlog. I will say your system of playing alphabetically, terrible. Get rid of it. You'll see our spinning wheel later today. Do a spinny thing because you're gonna miss out. The greatest game in the world could start with the letter Z, and you might just never play it. So at least have a more random system
for the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if that's
actually pulled that out of your...
I don't even know what that is. But yeah, I just play one game at a time, and typically for me it specifically goes with like just most of the time it's just whatever's pertinent, whatever's in the now, and then a lot of times what I need to play before certain things on the podcast. So obviously the next two games that I want to play are Ikenfell and Spider-Man Miles Morales, but I can't get to Ikenfell yet because I need to play Spider-Man Miles Morales. But I should have talked about that at the beginning of the show. Next week on the 27th, we're going to go through our top 10 games of the year. And so I need to play Spider-Man Miles Morales just to, because that's probably, Ikenfell is a game from last year or maybe 2 years ago. And Spider-Man Miles Morales is obviously pertinent and very possible to be in said top 10. So I got to play that before next week. Reviews don't play a big factor in my decision, but that's because I'm so into gaming that I'm just playing everything.
Another point I want to touch on, time management. It's different for both of us. For me, I usually have a problem with letting games not go unfinished. I will usually beat a game completely before I move on from it entirely.
I will not.
Tim can drop it like nothing. So
like it's hot.
It's very personal. Obviously, Tim might frown on the way I do things. I frown on the way he does things. But at the end of the day, we're still enjoying what we're doing. So that's all that matters. Play it until you stop enjoying it. It's probably the best way to do it.
100%.
So,
next question from Spencer. What's poppin'? I'm back again with IEM starting back up. I believe that's a CS:GO thing. I can't remember what it was. It's an esports thing. I've been playing this idle game while watching on my other monitor. It's pretty mindless, but the loop and roguelike upgrades just keep me enthralled. My question this time is, do you guys approve of idle games? I tend to play them for a week or so and then never play them again. This podcast is Boo Boo, Spencer Trevette. So me personally, I think idle games are cool, man. I used to play, if you turn the clock way back you can include like Clash of Clans as idle games, really. Not as idle as certain games like Cookie Clicker and whatnot. But
I think the most popular is Adventure Capitalist.
Yep.
I think everybody got
I played a little bit of Adventure Capitalist. I played a lot of Clash of Clans back in high school. I played a bunch of Tap Titans there for like a year, which was one of those. It's not as idle. You have to click. But it can become idle once you get a lot of upgrades. But I think idle games are fine. I mean, I don't think they're like great or anything.
It wouldn't be the only thing I ever played.
No, it can't embody what I'm playing at the time. Like it can just be something. Most of the time for me, it has to be a mobile game and stuff like that. So
yeah, usually I play Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, which is like my mobile game of choice. I played it for like 2 years now at this point. I usually only try to play it when I'm like waiting in bed to go to sleep or on the toilet or watching something else. I try not to make it be the only thing I'm doing, which I think mobile games are designed to steal your attention.
I agree.
And stuff like that. So I would just be careful about when you play said mobile idle games. Just make sure it's secondary and that you're prioritizing more important stuff.
Or if you just like them so much, you can just play those, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, but you'll be missing out on some
You will be missing
really
out. Things. Spencer writes in with one final question this week. These questions just be popping. You can always keep them in your backlog for later episodes or just not answer them at all. Up to you. Anyways, my question is, how do you guys feel about jumping into a genre/franchise not at the beginning? For me, I played Skyrim before I played any other Elder Scrolls, but after playing Skyrim for some time, I went back and replayed Oblivion and Morrowind, both just absolutely phenomenal. There are a few other franchises that I've done this for as well, like BioShock and Mass Effect, to name a few. With the newest release of Yakuza Like a Dragon, I've heard that it's a great place to jump into the franchise, but you miss out on the inside jokes from previous entries. Have you guys ever done this before? If so, did you enjoy it, or would you have preferred to play them sequentially? Best to you, Spencer Trevette. So this is something I aggressively oppose. I think just play whatever game It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think I aggressively oppose if you want to go back. The thing is, for some franchises, it's so hard. Like, I don't think anybody should be forced to play the original Final Fantasy 1 to enjoy future ones.
There's several people in my life that are like, I gotta
and especially
play.
with a game like Yakuza, I want to play Yakuza Like a Dragon really bad. It's designed to be a jumping point. Yeah, but it's my type of game.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I played probably the biggest one I can think of that matches this topic here is Persona 5, which, of course, if you played the other ones, it's probably a better experience. Yeah. But it was still a phenomenal experience, and I'm glad I didn't not do it because it was a title that was on its 4th iteration, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's important to, take that mindset away. Yeah. Most developers try and make each game its own experience.
Good onboarding.
Yeah. And I think that should never stop you from playing a game.
No, me neither.
Breath of the Wild, as long as it's kind of a new iteration of the game, you're probably fine. Yeah. Pokemon, all these games are designed for you to still be able to jump in. And I think most game devs keep that in mind.
I think next year, if you want to play God of War Ragnarok, you haven't played God of War 2018, go ahead and play God of War Ragnarok. Yeah. And if you feel like the story, you're missing something from the story, you could always read a synopsis. Yeah. I do recommend you play God of War because it's on the PS Plus collection and it's easier in that specific instance.
For games that might be story intensive like Last of Us, maybe you might want to go play the first one first because you'll just be missing out on so much understanding of the game.
If you want to play Final Fantasy, you want to play Dragon Quest 11 S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition number 11. You don't need to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
9,
most
10,
of the time these games just carry over mechanics and the world. That's what it was for Persona, Pokemon. Obviously, you don't need to have played any of the originals to play whatever the newest iteration is.
I think and I also think it just depends game to game. Something like Skyrim, when it's not connected, I think that's perfectly fine. So obviously, like you said, Last of Us 2 or like Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, maybe are a little more important. But I feel like you can just Google some stuff to find out if you need to, and then make your choice.
The missing out on jokes things, you'll always be missing out on jokes anyways, because it's impossible for you to be looped into everything in the world. So I'm sure there's jokes I missed out on in franchises that I understand 100% of. There's got to be references I miss all the time.
Plenty of Astrobots running around in that Astrobot game, and I didn't know what they were referencing. Yeah. And they were wearing stuff and doing cool stuff, and I didn't get it. So I think it's perfectly fine.
I hope we answered your questions well.
Yes.
There are plenty, and we'll get to them eventually. It depends how many you pump out a week, man. You got so many.
You do. Fielding Dahmer writes in, hypothetical time. Let's say Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo want to shake things up and offer a rare chance to develop a game from one of their beloved exclusive franchises. For example, Sony gets to develop a Mario game or Nintendo makes a Gears of War game. Which is the best/weirdest combo you could think of? I would love to see Sony make a single-player story-driven Halo game, kind of like ODST, I guess. That'd be pretty dope. Love the show and all the content. You guys are rad. Fielding Dahmer. P.S. This podcast is boo-boo. Babushka.
My main one here, give Metroid to Sony.
Yeah, let Sony.
I think I want that
with the rapport they have with these single player games. These single player games, like obviously Ghost, Last of Us, God of War. The list goes on and on and on and on. A Metroid game in that style would be pretty tight.
Yeah, I think it would be really good. I think Sony would do a very good job of making a Metroid game. Then, that's my good one.
Yeah. I also think Sony would be pretty good for a Halo game. That could also be pretty tight.
Yeah. That's their example. Come on.
And that's what I'll say also.
Yeah,
but
think of your own. Come on.
I don't think this question, unfortunately for me, it's like just giving Sony all of
because most of the time it's franchises you love that you'd like to see.
Yeah, and
the story expanded on, right?
Ghost of Tsushima, I think it's great, but I don't think anyone would have done it like Sony Studios would have. And I don't think I would give Nintendo anything. Like Nintendo making a Gears of War game, cool, I guess, but it just doesn't. It doesn't do it for me specifically.
It would most of the time. I think this question is always going to be answered by cool Nintendo game I love and cherish, story expanded. Give it to Sony.
Yeah. So give Microsoft Odyssey or something, and we can do some things. Sony getting Breath of the Wild 2, that'd be dope. Yep. Not gonna lie, that'd be cool. Give it to Sony Santa Monica. They can kill the game.
And then Xbox. What are you gonna give up besides Halo or Gears?
Yeah, that's all you really got.
Give Nintendo
until more starts popping up. That's all you really got. Trey Blackburn writes in. He's in the room.
Best friend of the show.
Hey guys, longtime fan of the show. Hope y'all are having a happy holiday season and having a Merry Christmas. First, I'm entering the drawing for Cyberpunk. However, I already have a copy. So if I win, I want Tim, Mike, and Jordan to have an on-camera rock, paper, scissors tournament to choose a different winner. The criteria is that each person has to choose their favorite email and compete in a double elimination for their emailer. If this happens, I'll pitch in up to 30 for an indie game of the emailer's choosing to go along with Cyberpunk.
Hades.
Got to support those smaller devs around this time of year too. We'll send money straight to Tim for him to get the code. maybe I'll just pocket it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. Second, how do you think we can deal with the ignorance in our community? This seems to be especially prevalent around very hyped games like Demon's Souls, difficulty for the disabled, Miles Morales, exaggerated black teenage swagger, if you guys remember, and Cyberpunk, the epilepsy controversy. It's extremely frustrating seeing people get shit on for just wanting to be included while maintaining a safe environment for them. After all, isn't that what games are all about? What are your thoughts? Finally, outside of gaming, what are your most hype moments of the year in entertainment, movies, music, YouTube, etc.? Hope you guys have a happy holidays and a happy new year. Thanks. Number one, Michael Clare fan. Sorry, Kylie. Trey Blackburn. This podcast is boo-boo. So, Trey Blackburn, while you're in the room, I can answer your question to you.
Did we look at him?
No, I don't.
Are you going to be watching this episode later? Okay, then we'll do this like normal.
We'll do this like normal. So, frankly, for the how do we deal with ignorance in our community? And I think this goes out to everyone.
It's tough.
As I think it's just awareness, frankly. I think we post more stuff. We retweet people like Steve Saylor, Steven Spawn, Blind Gamer, and Able Gamers. You retweet people like that. Even Leanna Rupert from Game Informer has been posting a lot of stuff about accessibility. Even Callie Plaguey's been getting in on the game. And, of course, there's a bunch of people in the gaming sphere, the media sphere, that really champion this idea of accessibility. You look at the developers of games like Celeste, even Last of Us 2 with it winning the Accessibility Award. Even in COD with the colorblind mode that you can have, and that is actually kind of extensive. It's really just more awareness and more just posting and getting more people to think about it, because a lot of people, frankly, and I've had this conversation with you, a lot of people I think are just like, they just don't know, like they haven't had someone to talk to about it. There's not an awareness there, because when you talk to or you watch a video with someone like Steve Saylor in it, the Blind Gamer, he was on Kind of Funny about a year ago, and you listen to his experiences with games, and you watch his Twitch reaction to the accessibility options in Last of Us 2 with him crying and breaking down, talking about, hey, this is incredible. This is what we've been. This is what we've been fighting for. You know, representation and inclusivity and accessibility, I think, matter a lot, because. Why shouldn't everyone get to play these games? I don't think if you don't want those accessibility options, just like in Celeste, when you go to turn them on, they say, hey, these are here for people who aren't really capable of doing this. We recommend you play that game regularly, but do not feel bad or different if you decide to turn these on. These are so you can enjoy this beautiful thing that we made. You know, we have it in other mediums. No one bitches about captions, but everyone bitches about, you know, accessibility in games, and
it's frustrating.
It doesn't make any sense. You know, deaf people can watch movies, you know, and still enjoy them. So why can't more people enjoy video games that, you know, that are hard of hearing, that have problems with their sight? Things are being championed in this industry for accessibility. I think Microsoft is really leading the charge there with the what is that controller called? I can't remember what it's called.
I know what you're talking
about. The Xbox
adaptive
controller.
They showed it off a couple years ago.
Yeah, the Xbox adaptive controller, and being able to do all that crazy shit with that, and all the little doodads and doohickeys that thing has on it, right?
Yeah.
And that allows more people with like bone problems, muscle problems, dystrophy. People, dude, I have played a game of Apex with the guy who used his mouth. He played with his mouth, and we won that game, and it was awesome. And he messaged me, and we got in a party chat, and he was talking to me about how much it meant to him that he won that game and stuff. And that shit is cool.
Yeah,
that shit is so cool. So I think we just talk about it more, make people more aware of the fact that a game like Demon's Souls, I understand why it doesn't have difficulty things, because it wasn't Blue Point's game. They're remaking it. They don't want to change it too much, but I think we can really do things to change this industry. And someone like Jeff Keighley is also kind of championing this by having the Accessibility Award. Yeah. You know, so that's also cool.
I'll kind of take this a different way. It's similar, but I think too much of the fight for ignorance is based off right now on Twitter. It's always fighting against the negative side and continuing discourse. Well, I think it's not a permanent solution, but it's something people need to do at least, is push the positive agenda of gaming more than fighting against the negative one.
Yeah. That's
I think too often we see people on fights on Twitter, and you feel the need to get engaged, so you comment and call someone out, and then they still argue with you. No opinions change. I think it's just kind of unproductive. Don't get me wrong; these people need to be called out.
Yeah, be a little less combative.
I think more
as well.
It starts by changing the image around gaming culture, right? And pushing that there's these positive things going on. There's a positive agenda here, that people are trying to make this a better environment, and giving support to the people who are, you know, you talk about the Able Gamer and stuff like that, helping out the people who push for that kind of stuff instead of just bickering with people who disagree, because it's hard to change minds, but it's easy to support someone.
You will catch me liking and retweeting a lot of times Steven Spawn, Steve Saylor, those guys, because they champion that stuff. He's liked my tweets, and stuff like that.
Big man.
Yeah. And humble brag. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just interactivity on that front. Stop quote tweeting people and I guess I'm still guilty of this. People like the quartering, right? I still quote tweeted his tweet and say, you're such a dipshit. And that's difficult to do, but I think we just have to, as a society, as a community, try to be better in that front. Us included, because we are guilty of that. Just
stop listening to the people who don't have anything to offer productively, and actually listen to the people who want to make this place a better place.
Be a teacher of this type of thing. Also, on to the second. Oh, you got something more? You got more?
No.
Okay. On to the next part of the question. Outside of gaming, what are your most hype moments of the year in entertainment, movies, music, YouTube, etc.? Man, this is difficult for the year of 2020.
Dude, there's so much. One of our favorites was March. Animal Crossing comes out. 6 of us are in our apartment.
Yeah.
Beginning of COVID. Not like that's a good thing. Yeah. But it was just we were all stuck in our apartment anyways. Yeah. And so we were all playing Animal Crossing.
Being next
phenomenal time.
Yeah. Even though that's still in gaming, but outside of gaming, even that the one out
outside.
Yeah, even the example I was about to use was AOC playing Among Us, but that's still in gaming. Dude. I guess
we're so involved in gaming. Let me think.
Live in this world. Okay, so movies. Tenet is a great movie. Watching that at the theater.
What about music?
Music? Shit, I don't know. I
haven't listened to much.
I've listened to a bunch, and the Kid Leroy's album I think is the best album of the year.
Dude, the best album that came out for me this year was my 2020 Wrapped.
Yeah, 2020
because it was playlist. Just my 2019 playlist.
Yeah. There's a lot of. I don't think there's a lot really happening. And then in the YouTube space, what has happened?
Yeah, a lot of my favorite moments have been involved with Twitch and gaming. So I don't know. I don't have too much for you.
Yeah, me neither.
Trey, are you here? What was your favorite moment?
Yeah.
This year in entertainment.
Yeah. In entertainment.
What's your answer to this question?
He's thinking.
Yeah.
He's sighing.
Yeah, going to see Tenet.
Yeah. We went and watched Tenet, and it was just the gang, really.
It's like we rented out the theater. So.
Basically. That was great. And that movie is good, and it came out on DVD on December 15th. We're not sponsored, but buy that shit and watch it, because it's great. It's phenomenal. Maybe watch it twice. Or maybe watch it with someone who's watched it twice. Or 5 times, like I have.
Too many. Just one timer for me. I'll watch it a second time.
I'll watch it a 6th time with you and Kylie.
Let's do it.
I'll do it. Next email. This is from Andrew Goodman. Hey, hello, what's up? Random Twitter Andy here, aka Andy Hoover 13 on Twitch.
Shout out my boy.
He watched the entire Game Awards with us.
He did. What a man.
Longtime fan, first time writing in. I think you guys are great. Question: what is your favorite franchise that has nothing currently planned that you want to come out with something new? Mine is Jack and Daxter. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. By the way, this podcast is boo boo.
I agree.
So. Shit, dude, I don't know. What is like some of my? I need to bring up my. Hold up, let me bring up my GG app. You got?
You look like you have an answer, Kylie. What is your answer,
Kylie? Oh, you know that's.
Oh, come on, that's in the bag. You still getting content for the game.
That's like part 5, I think, right?
Yeah, it'd actually be like the 5th one, I think. But you still get monthly updates on that game.
Let's see.
Jack and Daxter.
Nothing. Okay, so for me,
Guitar Hero.
Go ahead. Oh shit. That's a great.
I sniped that from you.
You sniped that from me.
I'm taking that one from you.
Guitar Hero is a good one, even though we know we'll never get that again. Harmonix has moved on to Fuser.
Great one.
Bring me Wind Waker HD if that ever is coming.
There's got to be.
Scrolling through here.
Be a good one. Melee.
Minecraft 2.
Melee. No lie. No cap.
Melee. Remaster Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and 2.
Yeah, but that's possibly in the works. That's you could see that coming. Portal.
And yeah.
That'd be really good.
A Portal 3 would be really tight. I'm not gonna lie. That would be great. Yo, remaster Sega Superstars Tennis.
Relax.
Please.
Relax.
I'll die. Hey, someone take Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay.
Wii Sports 3.
Remaster that. Another Wii Sports
would be
dope on the Switch. And that's basically the end of my list here.
Real answer, Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
that would be. I'd love to play Guitar Hero again.
Me too.
What a phenomenal
like a new Guitar Hero. Oh, that'd be tight.
Thank you. I
guess Beat Saber is the closest you can get, but I just want a guitar. I just want to push those buttons. The next one is from Lyle.
Lyle, I need you to email in.
Is Lyle your last name too?
Is Lyle your first name, or is the real Lyle your last name? Because it's spelled differently twice.
Because when you write in, it's Lyle. Are you just doubling up?
Well, it says from Lyle, so I think that's the correct.
That's because I backspaced it.
Oh, I need more info here.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Hey, Tim and Mike, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and the listeners. Happy holidays to you as well, Lyle. To get into the holiday spirit, I have a question for you. What is your favorite Christmas theme or Christmas event in a video game? This podcast is Boo Boo from Lyle. So I love the new age holiday event style of games. Like,
see, I was going to say Overwatch.
Yeah.
I think Overwatch did a great first Christmas time.
The Halloween one was dope, too.
Yeah, Halloween was great. So I have nostalgia for the original Overwatch events, summer games. They did a good job. Yeah. So then their Halloween or their Christmas one was great too. So Overwatch for me.
I don't play enough games as a service for this to really matter for me particularly. But I do think it's great, like the games are doing this, like the holiday type of thing, because this is like the last 5 years type of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of I bet WoW usually did stuff like this.
Yeah,
all the games we used to play on computer when we were kids.
Yeah, but it's become more prominent, I guess. And I don't know. I'm enjoying Nuketown, and the holiday version of Nuketown is cool.
Pokemon Go catching Pikachus with Santa hats was always dope.
Yeah, that was cool.
The first summer or Christmas that came around, so that's a good one too.
I guess I just don't play enough games as a service.
It's hard to think of those.
It is. Next email from Lucas GM, Grandmaster,
now,
good man.
I also need to know, what does the GM stand for? Are you a Grandmaster? Is it Tetris?
Are you a good man?
Will you come on the show so we can interview a Tetris Grandmaster? That'd be dope.
Hello, my name is Lucas, the Grandmaster, and I started watching your pod after the second week of promotion on MinMax. I'm very glad I did, as your laid-back, chill, and generally positive vibes and outlook on the games industry is a breath of fresh air compared to many other media that I consume related to gaming. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anywho, I have a question for you guys to read on the pod if you'd like. Recently, I built my first PC, something I've wanted to do ever since I was a little kid. I'll be turning 22 on December 2nd. Trey, come walking back. And before that, I had only really played on consoles, mainly PlayStation and Nintendo handhelds. I typically try to platinum games as often as possible, and since I was on my way to getting the plats for the Crash trilogy before I started building my PC, I figured I wouldn't lose my ambitions and I would be able to balance my time between PC gaming and console gaming. But I was completely wrong. I've been playing Valorant and Hades nonstop, and I've frequently been playing games that have been sitting in my Steam library for years because my laptops of old couldn't run them. Do you have any advice for first-time PC gamers to balance their time between different platforms? It's never an issue I've had before, and I don't want to abandon my pretty large library of PS4 and Switch games that I have yet to play/finish. But every time I have an urge to play games, I can't help but sit down at my new PC. Thanks for the entertainment, and the synced up pod is pure boo-boo. So my take on this is, I think...
Whoa. Slow down. First things first, happy birthday. Welcome to being 22. I'm 22. I believe, Tim, you're 22, right?
22.
It's hard to think about sometimes.
Yeah.
So
22 gang. 22 gang.
We're all young here.
Yeah, happy belated birthday. But my take on this is, I think this is a problem of now. I don't think this will be a problem for you later. I mean, you just built a PC. It's a new shiny new toy. If you're used to laptops and shit like that and not being able to, can this game run Skyrim, and you don't have that problem anymore, I think that's just why you want to sit there. It's new. It's shiny. It's running the games you didn't think you could run.
I'm going through it right now with the Xbox Series X. I haven't had a big boy console in a little bit.
So you're just grinding.
So I didn't even finish like Age of Calamity. I'm going to go back to it. Yeah. But I just win,
Yeah,
I'm very excited to play on the Xbox.
It's a shiny new toy. I think, frankly, you will be able to. After the honeymoon phase with your PC wears off, I think you'll be able to get back to it, and you will have
I feel like
no
the same thing would happen where you got your PC, right? You get your PS5, it's your new toy, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to play your PS5 for a while. My recommendation, don't get any Humble Bundle things right now.
Don't sign up for Humble.
You get too many games. Trey's got the same problem. Too many games in your Steam library, not nearly enough time.
And you go to search for something to play, and there's just a big old fat list of 600 games.
Sit down, make a list if you need to of games you want to play. And disregard what system it's on.
Yeah. Try to forget about the winter sale.
Yeah,
summer sale.
Just dodge that stuff as you can. And pick up games you'd rather truly play.
Yeah. I agree.
Not anything against Humble Bundle and stuff like that. They're a great company. But prioritize games you think you'd really want to play.
Yep, so prioritize 100%.
That's
Next
my advice.
Email from Taylor Sanders. Hey guys, keep up the good work. I'm a few episodes behind. I'm wondering, have y'all reviewed/played Rogue Company? It is currently my favorite game. Was wondering what y'all thought about it.
So actually, he's not caught up yet.
No, but I included him in the running for winning Cyberpunk because they're a couple episodes behind. So I'm like, they're not going to get to that episode in time to write in. I'm gonna include them in. They were the only other person that wrote in that didn't include this podcast as Boo Boo, but we'll get it popping. So yes, I have played Rogue Company. I got like 30 hours in a Rogue Company. Yeah, I think it's great. I
haven't touched it
because it's free. Like it's just so accessible, and you can just pay $10 to like unlock all the guys on it,
which is reasonable compared to a lot of other games like that.
It's just so much fun, especially if you can get a crew going, because they're just what are they, 4v4, Jordan? Yeah, they're just 4v4. It's quite easy to. I mean, well, I guess I don't want to say quite. It's quite easy for me. I don't know if it's quite easy for you, but. No offense, but it's quite easy for me to get a game together with 3 other friends to get a full squad going and being able to play, and it's just fun. The game plays super well.
It seems quick too. Like you don't sit around in the lobby too long.
No, it looks like Fortnite, and you think it might be trash, but once you start playing it, like when you watch, it's not. I think when you watch it played, you get a misrepresentation of like how it actually plays, because when I watched it, I was like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna be interested in this. But then I booted it up and played 30 something hours of it. I think it's great. I can't wait to try out the new Rogue whenever I start to finish all these games that I have right now. And I'm gonna try them out, and that's gonna be tight. I'm excited. Toit. This blue is fucking tight.
Welcome back, Taylor.
Yeah, welcome back. The next email, just Adam Ashad. He wrote it, not just Adam Ashad. You're not just Adam Ashad. You are the Adam Ashad. But just a little email here, no question. He said, not sure. Well, he put babushka. Not sure if that's the proper spelling. I enjoyed your latest podcast. Helps pass the time at work. Keep up the good work. This podcast is boo-boo. We appreciate that, Adam. We do. We love it. We love to see it. And that's it for the emails. So, Jordan, here, I've entered all the names if you want to bring them up on the screen.
Are we doing first one wins or elimination?
We'll do,
Do you want to?
Let's do elimination. That gives a little bit of tease.
A little more suspense. So, you'll get to see yourself kicked off the list in real time.
Vote them off the island.
We'll have to be very verbal about this for our audio listeners.
Is everyone in there? Let me make sure we got.
Let me count how many we have. 1, 2.
We're missing Taylor, aren't we?
You might add Taylor Sanders to the list.
Add Taylor Sanders.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. You got Trey on there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Okay.
All 8 people. So go ahead and shuffle them up.
For
hit that
our
3
audio
dots.
listeners, we have a spin wheel.
Yep.
Web browser
shuffle.
thing.
Boom.
And we're going to spin the wheel, and as the wheel lands on your name,
we're going to remove you.
Instead of winning, you're removed from the running.
Yes, you are.
So we will, in real time, eliminate people.
Entered in to win, we have Lyle, Spencer Trevette, Adam Ashad, Fielding Dahmer, Taylor Sanders, Lucas Grandmaster, Trey Blackburn, and Andrew Goodman. So let's go ahead, get us that first spin, Jordan. Click that there. It starts
This
slow.
is some ugly colors for the
dude,
wheel.
I wanted to change the colors, but it wouldn't let me.
I don't remember it being this ugly. All right, who's out
Trey
first?
Blackburn out first. You
Damn.
hate to see it.
No rock, paper, scissors today.
Trey Blackburn out of the running.
No
Rest
longer
in
friend
peace.
of the show. Friendship ruined. My new best friend is Spencer Trevette.
Crazy. Roll it again.
Thanks for coming to the live show.
Yep.
Who do we got left? Who are you calling? Who do you think? Oh,
sped up. Who do we got? Is that Lyle? Oh, Lyle.
Oh, not Lyle, man.
Sorry, Lyle. You were gone.
But listen, who's my horse in the running?
Who am I betting on?
I mean,
I have to bet on Spencer, man. As much as I love everyone that's wrote in, Spencer, been a ride or die fan.
Andrew's my man.
He is your man. I don't know, Spencer.
He came to the live viewing of the Game Awards.
Yeah.
So.
Spencer listens to every show on an audio feed and still likes and comments on every single one of our videos.
He does.
And he emails 10 times a week. We got, he's our reader mail section is good because of Spencer. So I gotta vote for him. Roll it again.
It's about to land on Spencer. Oh no.
The amount of times we'd have an empty reader mail section if not for Spencer.
For real.
No.
Oh, dude, not Spencer.
Too early. I said it too early, Spencer.
So who's your new best friend?
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm going. I went down with the ship. Okay, who do we got left? Adam Ashad, Andrew Goodman, Lucas Grandmaster, Taylor Sanders, and Fielding Dahmer. Roll it again. Roll it again.
No whammies. No whammies. No whammies.
Fielding might take it.
Dude, Fielding the turtle.
But they might be listening. Taylor.
Damn, Taylor. Sorry, brother. To be fair, Taylor. You never even said the podcast is boo-boo. Yeah. You'll catch up eventually.
But we included you. You made it to 5th place.
You won't even know you lost until 2021.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Roll it again.
All right, we're halfway through.
Okay. Fielding.
I support Fielding too.
Was Fielding from...
He's the Warzone.
Okay, so who...
Adam
Lyle was from Australia.
So. Was it Lyle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam Ashad out of the running.
Fielding,
Sorry,
our
Adam.
Warzone man. Fielding correspondent.
Yep. Andrew Goodman, he watched the entire Game Awards with us.
Personal friend of mine.
Yep. Fielding Dahmer, he wrote in for the Warzone class and got a win with that class. He sent us a video clip as
that
proof.
We didn't realize until like a week later because you were like, I'm not even sure if you did it, but I'll believe you.
Yeah, and it turns out he had sent us
in our mentions it was there. So.
Yeah, didn't even notice. And then Lucas the Grandmaster, chess, Tetris, or the good man, who knows? Spin it again.
I hope it's Tetris.
I hope it's Tetris too, but chess is
dope.
Boy. Andrew Goodman knocked out of the running.
Bro.
Andrew,
no personal friends of the show allowed to win, it seems. So now we are left.
Fielding Dahmer and Lucas Grandmaster. Who will be the winner?
So do we want to be the one that lands on the winner or the one it lands on eliminated?
The one that it lands on is the person who gets eliminated.
Okay.
Because we've done it that way this entire time.
All right.
We're going to continue with that.
So whoever gets the congratulations and the sparkles, just know you didn't win nothing.
You didn't win anything.
You got second place.
You didn't. Yeah,
you get a wink.
Spin it. Lucas Grandmaster and Fielding Dahmer. Who will win the copy of whatever game they want? There you go.
Oh!
Hide the choice real quick. Lucas GM eliminated from the running. You are
Fielding
the Grandmaster.
Dahmer.
Spin it real quick just so we can get that celebratory.
Let's see that. Congrats.
Yep. Lucas Grandmaster, not the Grandmaster of randomness.
My man Fielding, you have won a PS5 courtesy of Timothy Dora's wallet.
Absolutely not. So there you go, Fielding Dahmer. Congratulations. You won with the Turtle class in Warzone, and you have now won a copy of whatever game that you want. I'm going to email you back right after this podcast to get your details, to send you whatever game you want. Mm-hmm. If you still want it to be Cyberpunk, it can be, but keep in mind, if you listen to this show at the beginning of it, there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of stuff.
Technically, we can still talk about it.
Yeah, So there's a lot of stuff there, and you might not want it. And if you don't, I will buy you whatever game of your choice. Mm-hmm. No collector's editions or anything like that, though. Okay, just regular old $60. If you got a PS5, $70.
Can I get two $30 games?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. If you want two $30 games, yeah, we can do that. We'll figure it out. I'll email you after the show. Congratulations.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And that's it for the show, except for the What You've Been Playing section. And obviously, we just been playing more Cyberpunk. I don't think there's a lot more that needs to be said. We think it's a good game, just clouded by a bunch of garbage. Yes.
Not a skip.
Wait till March.
Wait till at least February.
That's not happening. Wait till March.
Wait till June.
Maybe even April. You know what? Wait till the summer.
Wait till next Christmas.
Yeah. Just go ahead and ask for it for next Christmas, and it's going to be a good game.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Until then, that's been the show. Thank you, Mike, for playing I don't know what we played. We played the initials game. Thank you for doing the initials games. Thank you, Jordan, for holding it down on the sound, the audio, all the jazz. Hey, thank you, Kylie and Trey, for the live audience. Thank you, Leanne, sitting on the couch. You know her, you love her. I can't tell. Is she still sitting on the couch?
I think she's there.
There she is.
Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne. Obviously, follow us on Twitter at synceduppod.
And personal thank you to, let me run through the names.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get them all. Spencer Trevette.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer Travago Trevette.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The homie. Fielding the Turtle Dahmer.
Mm-hmm. The winner of the game.
Trey, my lover Blackburn. Andrew Hoover Goodman.
Love him.
Lyle, the Lie Man Lyle. Lucas Tetris GM.
GM.
Taylor. Man, I don't got nothing for you, Taylor.
Got nothing for you, Taylor.
I don't want to make it too personal, but.
Yeah. Taylor Sanders.
I need something.
And the man.
I'm trying to remember if there was any nicknames.
Yeah.
You know Taylor Sanders.
I don't
Volleyball?
know. I don't know.
No, I didn't play volleyball with Taylor Sanders. I played basketball with him in 8th grade. Yeah. We were on the B team together.
Yeah. And finally, Adam. Wow.
We were. Was he point guard?
I don't know.
Taylor, were you point guard? I can't remember.
Comment. And Adam, no questions asked. Ashad.
Oh, I like that.
That is it for the show. Thank you guys for watching. Fielding, I will email you. And we will see y'all next week at 7 a.m. Central.
Goodbye.
What is O?
O is for the only one I see.
I thought it was need.
B.
Wait, what?
V
is very, very
extraordinary.
No, you fucked it up. You got. There's a point. It's very, very extraordinary.
No, you're still too long. It's
V is very, very extraordinary.
E
is.
I have no idea.
Fuck it, whatever. All right, roll the intro.
E.